Hello everyone, my name is Orlando and welcome to my channel. And before we get started, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification button so I can continue making these videos for you. I really appreciate the support. But today's topic, we're gonna jump into how to start your own business and what are the things that you need to do to get into your own business. And this is a great topic for me because I started my own business 15 plus years ago and it just changed my life from all the stuff that I've learned to this exact point I am right now. Online, speaking about things that I actually know, and with my online course that I just dropped, hint, hint, in the description. But you know, all of these things I wouldn't have learned if I wouldn't have started my own business. And so let's just jump into the first thing. So number one, the thing that you should that's really important about starting your business is realizing the amount of work that is going to take and the challenges that you are going to face with starting your own business. A lot of people don't realize that when you start your own business, money just doesn't just come to you immediately. A lot of times people think that, hey, I'm gonna start my own business and I'm gonna just start making money right off the top, right at the very beginning. I've put all this work into the launch and it's just gonna explode. I can just see it. You have visions. I can just see it. You have visions of like making money and all this other stuff, right? I was the same way, especially if you put a lot of work in the beginning, in the launch period. You know, you spend 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe 2 months researching, figuring out who you're gonna use and this and that and the other, right? And at the very end of you just foaming at the mouth of the launch and you just can see the money just rolling in because who wouldn't want to use your services, right? Who wouldn't want that? Like, you know what you can offer people. You know you can do a better job than XYZ, right? You know all of this, right? But the other person doesn't. That's the thing. The other person doesn't know that you could do a better job than XYZ. It's your job to let people know that, but that's another section, right? But the main part that I'm talking about is just realize that at the end of the day, it's going to take time. Even for my own personal, my business, it took me 2 years before I even made 1 cent. 1 cent. Before I made 1 cent, it took me 2 years. But I believed, I had dedication, and I pushed the entire way through. Now, what if I would have quit during that 2-year time? I wouldn't even be close to where I am right now. I wouldn't. That's just my belief. I would not be where I am right now if I would have quit. And I do know that there's some times where people have to quit, but in my scenario, I was young. I had nothing but time, it felt like, on my hands. I didn't have a family at the time. And so I just was gonna make this happen. I had the determination, and that's what you have to have. You have to have the determination. You have to have the stomach to know that you can get crushed as far as your launch, 6 months, a year, and nothing really happening, and you trying to figure out what's going on, where I made this mistake, where I didn't, what do I need to fix over here? Maybe I need to do this better. Maybe I didn't promote myself better on this and that and the other. You have to be ready for that. And if you don't have the stomach for that, if you don't have the patience, if you don't have the fortitude to push forward, it's gonna be a tough time. It really is for you when starting your business. So let's jump to number 2. Number 2 is choosing the type of business that you want to do, right? A lot of times people try to stay away from the services area when it comes to the internet, and not a lot of people really mention it. You will watch other videos or do research, and what I like to do is really push people towards the services. Let me just go ahead and explain what services I'm talking about. Services is, when it comes to a business, is basically providing something that you're good at or providing a service for someone, right? The reason why I like to tell people to use services is because, you know, if you're good at something, it's a lot easier to do it. So if you're really good at detailing cars and washing cars, right, then wouldn't that be a good business to jump into because you enjoy it? You know everything about it already. It's a passion of yours to do. So it's a lot easier to pull off in the business than if you were to do something that you don't really like, or that you don't, you know, that at the very end of the day, it was just something that you picked up because you thought it made a lot of money and you're trying to move towards it. You know, when you're choosing a career versus starting a business, that's a different scenario, right? So if you were to get your degree in, let's just say, accounting, but you really don't like accounting, you could still kind of basically do it, go to do your job, and then bounce, get your paycheck and leave. But it doesn't necessarily work that way when you are starting your business. If you were to start an accounting business, but even though you got a degree in it and you really don't like it, it's gonna show in your work. You know, it's really gonna show in your work. And not only that, but you're gonna fall early because I promise you, you will not be able to make money super fast in the very beginning of you starting your business. You just won't. It's tough. You have a lot of competition. You're very new. And if you don't like what you're doing to begin with, you're gonna fall through the cracks. You really are. But back to the subject is choosing what you want. And the reason why I say services is because, like I said before, you want to choose something that you're passionate about, something that you love and that gets you excited, something that when you speak about with people who don't like it, they go, oh, here comes this guy talking about real estate, talking about finances, talking about car washing, talking about scrapbooking, whatever it may be. People can tell that you have a passion for it and you're known for that, right? You can turn that into a business. You can take that and mold that to a way to present to people to say, hey, you don't want to do that? I can do that for you. And that's the type of business that you need to choose from the very beginning. Choose a business that you're passionate about. I did the same exact thing. I got out of the Air Force. I was an accountant for the Air Force, and I told myself, I love numbers. I love numbers, even at the accounting level, I love it. I love real estate, and it just matched together to why not do financing for real estate? It just was a match made in heaven for me. And my passion came through when I was doing deals and when I was trying to help people finance properties. It just came through because that was the true me. I wasn't faking it. I really loved it. And people were too happy to give me the business to say, hey, Orlando, this is yours. You love it so much. Go ahead and show me the results. And when you love something, the results are bound to happen. So once again, choose something that you are passionate about. And when it comes to, like I said, the services, do not overlook services. Services is one of those things that I can guarantee you that there's something out there that you love to do. Making t-shirts, maybe you're a great designer, maybe you're a great painter. There's something that you love to do. And you need to monetize that. You need to turn that into a business if that's what you're interested in. If you're interested into making a business and turning your passion into something, this is what you need to do. And yeah, I could go on and on about this. So let's go on to the next one. Number 3, test the market with your business. Now, this is very interesting because when I first started doing my business, even though there was the internet, right? It wasn't as developed as far as digital products. You know, basically, I used the internet in a way to stretch my business beyond my local area and into other states, nationwide and whatnot. But the way that you can do it now is easier. You know, you can basically start your business today. I mean, today, guys, like if you wanted to be a great painter or you wrote papers very well or you're very good, copy ad writer, I don't know. There's just tons and tons and tons of things that you can do. You can go on to places like Fiverr, Upwork, and I think it was Guru that I used back in the day. Like, I don't even know if they're still open. I'm pretty sure they are, but you can go to all these places now and start your own business from there and become a freelancer to test the market. You can use this platform and go halfway across the world in seconds, guys, with your business, promoting to people to say, hey, look, I could do this for you, and this is how much I charge, and this and this and that and that. And then once you get that going, you know how much easier it is to, once you can test the market, you can work out the kinks, you can know what works, what doesn't work, and you can just jump right into it. Like, that was really one of the biggest hurdles for me, was I didn't have anything to test my market on. So like I said, it took me years to figure out where I stood in the market and how I could charge for my services, how I could do all these other things, where now you could do it like at a snap of a finger. I can decide, hey, this is what I want to charge, this is how right? And list it all on Fiverr or Upwork or whatnot, and then push it out there, and then change things based on what I feel is necessary to get me more business. Maybe my prices are too high. Maybe my price is too low and I can charge more. You know, you can do all of that. And then the good thing about this, right, when I say testing the market, is this allows you to build a business, not only from Upwork, but you can like transcend or transform from just doing Upwork freelance work to actually starting your own local business, right? Own local business, and still keep the freelance stuff going on. So there's multiple ways you can do this. You can start your freelance business, transcend it into a local business. Maybe you want to do a brick and mortar, you know, maybe you want to just stay at home and just do it, work everything from home. There's just so many avenues that you can take with this. But what I'm trying to say though is that at the end of the day, it's so much easier to test the market to figure out what your price can be, what things people are looking for, where do you fit in the market. What I like to tell people is that you really want to choose and figure out what you want to do as far as a specialty goes, a niche. So that, like the saying goes, you want a specialty that's an inch wide, a mile deep. What that means is that you have a niche, right? A niche that you are really good at. So let's just say that your specialty is design. So design, but your design niche is medieval design, but not only is that niche really small, right? There's only a certain amount of people who really like medieval design, but the niche itself is very deep. You can do design on t-shirts, you can do design on websites, you can do design on blogs, you can do design on, I don't know, tablecloths. You can just do so much medieval design. You can do specialized medieval design. You can do generic medieval design. You can make courses on medieval design. You see what I'm saying here? You can continue to grow your business from so many different areas because the niche itself is so deep. And what I try to tell people is, do not go out here and do a business that is extremely broad. Where I think a lot of people make mistakes is they want to try to catch everybody in this huge net, thinking that that's how they're gonna grab more money and things of that nature. No, what ends up happening is you grab all these people in this net, you don't make the products that you really are passionate about, you end up making these general products or providing general services of things that you really don't care about. You end up having to bringing your prices down, and at the end of the day, it's not worth it. But if you pick a specialty niche, you're able to charge more for your work. You're also able to enjoy your work, which is the most important part of it. So once again, you get to test the market and kind of figure out exactly where you fit in, what you can do, how you can do it. Use the internet. The world is at your fingertips with this digital stuff. It really is. It really is. Number 4, streamline your process. So what do I mean by streamline your process? What I mean by that is you need to figure out a way to try to do a service where you can still provide the best service possible or the best product possible to your clients and eliminate the so much time that it takes you to do things yourself. So how do you do that? You find great employees who share your vision, who can help you do what you have to do. Or number 2, which is a very good one, which is the one that I use a lot, is you automate things. You find programs and things, especially in this stage of AI and everything like that, you can automate a lot of your work. A lot of times business owners get stuck in the old way of doing things and they want to do things the way that they've always done them. What does that mean? That means that if I sent out 100 emails, I would do each of those and send them each myself. We both all know that there's ways of automating that to make that an easier process. And yes, I get it that sometimes you want to add a personal touch to things that are people pretty much automate now. But I also say that you may be able to do that, but at the end of the day, your client really appreciates the service that you do or the product that you provide at a high quality than something as small as a minuscule as an email. So I would say put your energy towards the product and service and not towards the holiday email, right? You can automate those things, or you can have an employee who can do those things for you. Your choice. It really depends on how important that task is to you. And then number 3 for me is I always outsource. I was just talking about Fiverr and Upwork and those things. Sometimes instead of me trying to be the business owner with 1,000 caps on my head, what I do is I outsource. If I need a website built, I'm not gonna go to Squarespace or whatever and try to build my website on my own. I am going to outsource it. If I am not good at it, I will outsource. That's just what it is. If I need help with email marketing and I'm not good at it, and I'm gonna spend quadruple, 40, 50 hours a week trying to figure out how to be a great email marketer, that's not where my time is best used and served. My time is best used and served trying to figure out ways to make my business better. And I will go ahead and outsource someone that's a freelancer to help that market out, to help me out so that I can get the best price and the highest quality that I believe. And also too, I don't have to use a lot of my time. So once again, let's just go over that list, right? So number 1, hire someone. Number 2, automate things, to make things easier, and you automate some of the tasks. Use AI that we have available in this internet digital world we live in. Use it. And number 3, outsource. Find individuals that are passionate about whatever the task is that you want and have them do it for you. I promise you they will do a better job than you would have. And I will promise you that they will, since they're passionate about it, they will get it the way that you want it to be at a decent price. I love sites like Fiverr, Upwork, all those freelancer sites. I use it all the time. And I cannot say enough about it. The prices are great. The work is excellent in quality. Like I said, find the easiest way to streamline your business. If you like this content, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification button so I can continue making videos like this. I really appreciate the support, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.